That's why I think undertale would be impossible realistically if there's any slightest realistic way that it would be realistic. Now, I think if Undertale was actually realistic, it would first off there would be no false sequence because obviously was going to risk getting a concussion. Because if the fall doesn't kill you, which the fact that you use all logic and reasoning, like I'm not joking. If you by some miracle survive the fall, you more than likely be suffer similar injury to what that would cause brain damage. So in other words, you're going to be different if you come out different. As in, you're not going to be the same person you were beforehand. You're going to be either a killer or a thief. Because you won't have any logical reason or any way to know what those are. You would just be doing it because you don't understand the meaning of right and wrong. Because your logic and reasoning part of the brain is, well, gone. Which says inactive or broken. In other words, that part of your brain is damaged beyond repair. That person's going to be going around killing people, not understanding that they're killing people. Like this person who's perfectly intact versus a person who suffered damage would act differently. One would be acting more evil and more maniac because they don't understand what they're doing is wrong. Maybe because of the fact that even if they did survive, they could have them in going back to the same person is about 0.1% or something like that. That's if they are lucky and have and are very good. Something to back them up. Because no human would ever come out the same. By all laws of physics, if they didn't die by falling, they would at least die by getting executed because they do not understand what they're doing is wrong. And the cops don't understand why they're killing people. So they would get arrested immediately and charged for murder or theft, whichever comes first. Because look at the facts. If they did survive by some miracle, it would be a happy ending. Realistically speaking, the genocide would be the only route because there would be no logic or reasoning. Plus, they would have no way of knowing what they're doing is wrong because their fear response is completely demolished, meaning that they no longer have a fear response because they don't have any way of knowing what they're doing is wrong. Meaning that if they did survive, they would more likely try to kill anything that they got in the way. Why it doesn't make undertale so flying down the mountain, or that's somehow miraculously bigger than big enough to have a giant hole the size of a cave is somehow survivable. Yeah, that makes any sense. Like, realistically speaking, your pro character would be dead by the start of the game. And there'd be no tutorial because there would be no way that tutorial would actually come to the pro character's rescue. Meaning no sands, no papyrus. Basically the whole game would be just avoided because, and that's not me over exaggerating. I think the Roxas made the game display laws of physics because plot convenience. But the game had to be a game, and it's one actual moment where game logic actually is the one thing that applies. Apparently, that in the it's one game where game logic actually applies, because the bed of flowers stopping a fall like that would basically be impossible. Not because it's a bed of flowers, but because realistically flowers aren't known for breaking a person's fall. Because they really are really, really easy to break. So if someone were to try to fall, use a bed of flowers to stop themselves from falling, that person is going to fall and land on the flowers. They go, well, boom, and just land on the ground hard as a rock. Now they're just going to go and just hit the surface of the ground harder than the nuke. In other words, they're going to be hitting the ground with enough force to kill a person instantly. In other words, they're going to be dead. And that's just by falling. Because the hole is big enough to actually count as a cave. Like, you do mistake the hole leading to where trail and the sands on them are as a real cave. So, it doesn't matter size, they made the fall actually works. It's just that, and go off that, you can go and make the assumption that the whole mountain that the entire characters are trapped in is a lot more bigger than anyone could ever survive. Meaning that if frisk, our player character, were to fall down that mountain